Okay, once you have the file open, can you see my mouse? There it is. Follow the trails. I put trails on it, so it should be easy to see. You have two layers, obviously, the text, the background, and the shape. These reside on one layer. The text is a separate one. Really, the text is the only thing you'll have to worry about. So what I'm going to do is show you how to change that a little bit. Obviously, you can just grab the layer, move it around. You can come over here and transform through the layer tool or image tool. I believe it's adjustments, but easiest way to do it is just hit Control T and it'll bring up your little adjustment box. Now Shift will make sure that you're in specific dimensions that make sense, ratios however. For instance, if I hit Shift and resize, it keeps it all within the same ratios and aspect. So the same thing applies for rotation. Now you'll see your little, there's the mouse, you'll see your little thing switches. The right top corner is the one that you want. It'll go from, look there, it'll go from resize to rotate. Rotate's what you want. Hit Shift Rotate and you can actually take it and move it all the way and turn the text vertical, which is kind of cool. That's actually the one thing that I wanted to show you specifically here. And then of course, while it's still got that box, you can resize, hit Shift and then drag. Shift click drag, that actually is important because click shift drag does something different. So hold Shift the entire time and just set it up however looks good. I mean, obviously, you know, use the image guidelines to make it look good. Some of these you'll want to make adjustments because the contrast isn't strong enough or it doesn't look right, whatever the case is. I had a couple that actually looked like they said spank instead of spark. So, like for instance, this one, I'm not really super satisfied with that vertical. Okay, actually here, look at this, is an idea. Resize it again, and now let's actually make the spark say spark. How about that? Play around with that. I'm going to send you this file as well in a PDF so you can kind of mess around with how that looks. But that's kind of cool. I like that. Ask your mom if she knows if there's a right or wrong way, right here versus shit. Hold on. Okay, take two. Obviously the rotate corner is moved. So A, with the start of the reading direction on the bottom, and then B would be this right here. Which is more intuitive for English readers and speakers? Which do they want? Ask her that, and then whichever it is, that's, you know, going to be our standard, obviously. My guess would be the other way. So I'm going to switch it. And if you want to make any color adjustments, you can do that as well. For the text, I'll just leave that right there for you. For the text, it's going to be up here. Okay, so click your basic move tool, apply, and from that point, anything you do is just a movement. It's not actually making adjustments to the image. So again, I'm just going to leave this right here for you. Obviously, well, I'll go ahead and do one for you too. I kind of want to see what it looks like. So there's Spark. That's a little bit too bright, so what I'm going to do is click my text tool. Right up here is my color. Select any color that I want. Some sort of system of orange. Darker, grayer, I mean, there's all kinds of things that we could do with it. How do I feel about that? Another way you can do it is come over here to the layer itself, which we'll need to do anyway, so I'll show you how to do that. Come over here to the layer, right click, and then blending options, and that'll pull up a whole shitload of things that we're not really going to use right now. Opacity, I don't know how to say that word, is one that's going to be pretty handy. You can change the opacity, whatever. You can change the transparency of both the icon and the text if you'd like. It doesn't really matter. Your call. So soften it up just a little bit. I can also change other things like the color with just the color overlay. That's this right here, and that might be the easiest way to do that too. And let's pick something a little bit more on the gray side, see how that looks. That's kind of cool. This is the one I'm going to send you. I like the way that looks. Use this one wherever you see fit. Anyway, I'm not going to continue that because at this point you have the tools that you need. Reduce that just a little bit before I send it to you. So play around with it, make it look good, but it is already essentially what it needs to be. So once you make an adjustment, you'll need to take that whole adjustment and merge it all together. So let me save this individual one for you so I can send it to you. For Drew. And you'll need to merge it all together so that you can pick it up and drop it on the pictures themselves. So again, back to your layers, down to merge visible. And it's all one. Then you can just hit Control A. Now your dotted line appears. You selected the entire image. Control C to copy. And then just open up whichever picture that you happen to be putting it on. Control O would do that. And that for me is currently not as perfect as it is for you. Hang on. There we go. I'm keeping all of these obviously in ready pick versus, you know, raw picture, that sort of thing. So the one we're going to put it on right now, let's do on, I'm actually going to send you this one as an example too. That's a perfect one right there. So I open this in Photoshop. I've already copied my file. Easy enough to just Control V and paste it. And then the same thing applies to resize. What you want to do is Control T. Hang on just one sec, sorry. So Control T, Shift resize. You don't have to hold Shift to drag. I'm going to put this one up here. And again, it's just whatever's aesthetically pleasing. I mean, you have a good concept of, you know, how to take good pictures and what looks good, what doesn't. So just anywhere on the picture that makes the logo look good, makes the picture look a little better even. And for that, I'm satisfied. I mean, there's 30 of these to do, so I'm not gonna, you know, ache over this one specific one. Once that's done, File, Save. You'll want to apply those transformations and save it as anything consistent with the folder that I'm sitting in. And basically all of these pictures are going to a specific blog. So the 4 with the little chihuahua and stuff in it, that's one specific blog. Each of them need the logo on it. I'm working on the ad copy and the stories behind the pictures while you put the logos on the pictures. So by this afternoon, everything should be all set, and all I'll have to do is take the pictures back, post them with the text, and be all set. This one is titled Yippee, as in Yippee Dog, and make sure it's saved as a JPEG so that I can post it. So now we have Yippee. Use numbers too, like Yippee 1, Yippee 2, Yippee 3. This one is Yippee 0, I think, because I didn't even put anything on there. At any rate, that's what you need. I'm not going to edit this video or anything. Just take it as it is. I'm sorry. But this way, I'm not able to argue with you. So watch the video and then give me a call if you have any questions. I love you. Thanks. Bye.